I just say he receives 85,000 from a program, receives $84,000 from Air Force program. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Elijah Rhodes, and I'm an engineer who's going to be reacting to a man that's made $1 million from his day job. I'm curious to see how he made it, the time span that he made it, and this is going to be by CNBC. So let's just get right into it.
Instruments are good. All right, nice. We're in the air. I was always interested in aviation ever since I was a kid. Throughout college and into medical school, I was able to find that intersection between aviation and aerospace and medicine. My name is Eric Chan and I am 29 years old.
He flies a plane and he's in the medical field. Man, this is going to be good because these are two fields and industries that are in high demand right now.
Living in Anchorage, Alaska on about $160,000 per year.
He makes $160,000 per year. Went to the University of Texas. He's married. Okay. He's going to be filing jointly.
Alaska was the first choice for my residency.
One question I have, and I'm not sure I'm going to go over it, is how much in taxes he's going to be paying, making all that money. But let's see how he actually budgets. But let's see.
Learned about the Alaska Family Medicine residency program through a mutual colleague who was also interested in aerospace medicine. From the way he described the program, basically everything that I was looking for.
All right, so he earns about $76,000 per year as a resident. Okay.
As a resident in Alaska, a typical day can vary a lot. We cover our own medicine service,
Alaska,
in which we see our own patients in the hospital. We also cover the OB service, the service that delivers babies, and the pediatric service.
Hope he doesn't see any spiders.
A typical day for us is 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Usually we work anywhere between 5 to 6 days per week. And then sometimes we also switch on to night shifts as well.
All right, it's my favorite part. Let's see how he budgets.
The cost of living in Alaska can be higher than in the lower 48 states. Grocery costs and living costs in Alaska are tax-free. But I would say overall for groceries and gas, going out to eat prices are typically about 15 to 20% more than what you would typically see in the lower 48 states.
All right, let's pause right here because this is pivotal, especially when you want to save and you want to budget for your incoming year, for your expenses. So let's deep dive into it. I like that he has savings and investments, but to me, it seems a little bit low for how much money he's bringing in. I like that he's saving and putting money away for taxes. I'm curious to see what his home buying costs are. Like, is he going to buy a house? Like, I'm not sure what that is. And his discretionary income seems a little bit high to me, but let's just see how he actually spends his money. Oh, it looks like we got more information down here, and it looks like he's putting money towards his 401k. You always want to get the company match, which is about 5 or 6% depending on your company. But this budget is not half bad. I'd probably like to see more in savings and investments, but let's see. Let's continue. Okay, yep, he's considering buying a house.
My wife and I currently sublet a room from our landlord's home, and we pay about $1,300 per month, and this includes utilities and pre-existing furnishings as well. Per month, we typically spend anywhere between $500 to $700 in groceries. One thing that's definitely helped us save
seems a bit high for some groceries.
Groceries in bulk. Fortunately, we have a Costco here, and then we also shop at another grocery
store. Gotta love your
called
Costco.
Fred Meyer's for some of our smaller quantity items. Per month, we spend about anywhere between $100 to $200 on gas. I mostly just drive to and from the hospital, which is about a 5 miles trip one way. Full car tank of gas for me typically lasts at least like 2/3 of the month, and so that's also helped me.
That's pretty good. It seems like he's still he's pretty frugal with his living, which is something we always gotta embrace.
Growing up, I would always see my mom at her desk looking at the stock market in the morning. I would always be curious what she would be doing, and she was always self-taught. She didn't have any formal training. Throughout the years, she taught me about investing in general. Initially, I picked out different stocks that I would like to buy, but then I have since learned to invest more conservatively, to start looking into different ETFs as well as mutual funds to invest in.
Let's pause this. Almost 146,000 of that money comes from an education fund that Chan's mother set up for him. It seemed a little bit odd that he brought in that much money and he wasn't really saving that much. But this is it right here. He is actually being set up from his parents, which is a good thing, right? We want our parents to be able to help us out as we go along, but sadly, not everyone has parents that can do that. So it's awesome to see that his actually came through with him and he's taken advantage of it. And this is key, and I won't keep pausing it, but living on a percentage of your income is very pivotal. So it sounds like he's living only off of 50%, which is awesome. I know most Americans can't even do that. So to be able to live off of 50% and still put that much away is pretty awesome. It doesn't look like he's spending that much money, which is good, but I still wish he could do a little bit more as far as savings, but it seems like his mother is really helping him with that savings.
Main goal is to be able to create a portfolio for both me and my wife to achieve some degree of financial independence. I've heard like 2.5 million as one of the numbers.
And this guy can just walk right by you.
To reach, and so if I could reach that would
you wouldn't even know he's stacking on
net for
bands.
Both, my wife and I.
4% annual withdrawal from a 2.5 million portfolio would amount to 100,000 per year.
I have always had an affinity for the colder weather. Having lived in Texas my whole life, I wanted to have the opportunity to escape the heat.
So you ended up moving from Texas over to Alaska.
Of the snow, and then also just the adventure of Alaska, hiking, skiing in the wintertime, both cross-country skiing and downhill skiing. We like to spend money on stuff that will be a good return for us, both pleasure or enjoyment. We like to go to dinner and then go to the movies together.
Okay, thank you for your service. So this must be like the second half of his income.
Hearing noises from planes flying around. We have the Ted Stevens Anchorage Airport nearby, as well as the military bases. You can constantly hear the sound of planes and jets flying.
All right. So this is the cockpit of the Cessna 152.
This program allows a person.
I just say he receives $85,000 from a program. Receives $84,000 from an Air Force program. And the barrier to entry to that probably isn't even that low. So if you're looking to be within the Air Force, I would sign up if you can actually do it.
Cockpit of the Cessna 152.
This program allows a person to join the U.S. Air Force as a medical resident, and during residency, the Air Force will pay both an annual grant and monthly stipends throughout the duration of the entire residency. I will owe the Air Force at least 3 years commitment as part of their financial assistance.
That makes
I'll be
sense.
entering as a captain.
Different companies tend to do that too if you utilize some of their like if they sponsor you to get a certain certification, they're like, hey, we'll pay for you to get this certification on the condition that you're with us for a certain amount of time. So that makes sense.
For me specifically, I'll be assigned to a specific squadron in South Korea where I will be able to take care of the pilots and air crews in that squadron. In total for the Air Force, including my base salary, my allowances, and other incentive pay, I believe the estimated total will be in the range of $150,000 to $175,000 per year. It's always been a passion of mine to go into the field of aviation medicine and pursue that as a career if it means taking a pay cut for the time being. Being a NASA.
So I'm gonna stop it right here, but it's really interesting and awesome that he's able to do the things that he's able to do, that he's able to go through his passions like he'd like. In this case, he's able to work as a nurse and be a pilot, which is awesome. So to his credit, his passion actually can make a lot of money if he chooses to, but it seems like he's actually choosing to go forward towards more of his passions than actually going for what's going to make him the most money. Which is okay. It looks like he really has a good head on his shoulders. What I glean from this the most is how his parents actually set him up. And I know that's not what a lot of people can do, but that's something that I look forward to doing for my children whenever I have them. And that's something that we need to see more of within the US. If you like this video and got insight from it, make sure you just hit this like button and subscribe. I'll see you later.